Good morning.
Good
Good morning.
morning.
Good morning. Have a seat. Good to see you today.
Same with you.
Today I'm meeting with Miss Nika Sharp. She's a veteran teacher right here in Garfield Heights, and she's always coming up with some great, outstanding ideas. And I'm so excited to have you here and just to find out a little bit more about the things that you're doing here in the district with our Grow with Garfield series. So tell us about, let's start at the beginning.
Okay.
How did we end up in this place at this moment?
Which is super cool, I think. All right, so I would say this all started last year. Early last year, there was a moment in a hallway, which I shared with you. A student helped me out. There was a problem happening and a student stepped in and helped. And that led me to write an email, share that story, and it sparked an idea in my head about how do we utilize our students in that way and empower them to be a part of the change we're trying to see. And the beautiful thing that happened is I was heard. And I found myself suddenly sitting on committees and being given a voice. And you stopped by multiple times to encourage me. And so many people helped me do this. And so from there, we had a training last year. We had about 25 of our young people participate in a really intensive 3-day training to learn how to communicate and help their peers through nonviolent conflict resolution.
So what is the name of this organization that they've created?
Our students have named themselves FORCE, which stands for Focus on Respectful, Caring Environments. And we're really hoping they're going to be a force of positive change in our district, help our students work through their problems in a nonviolent way.
So not only are we working to make sure our teachers have a voice, but we're also working to make sure our students now have a voice.
Absolutely, and the students in this program came from 2 groups. One were students who self-identified, approached Miss Ward, said they really were tired of all the fighting. They felt we could do better. They wanted to be a part of talking to other students and helping them. And then another group of students were people that teachers recommended, staff recommended that they saw being kids that really connected and could make a difference. And honestly, last year, watching these kids for 3 days, from the beginning of the school day till the end of the school day, be engaged. They took it so seriously, and when they earned their certificates, there was just applause and such pride. And it made me realize that when they're engaged in something that they see the meaning behind and they believe in, holy cow, what they have to give and what they're capable of.
Yes, and I can see the excitement and hear the excitement in your voice as well. So why is the FORCE initiative approaching students differently, and why is that important?
I think what FORCE and some of the other initiatives happening in our district are doing is we are finding ways to give our students a voice and finding ways for them to have a direct impact on their environment. And that's really powerful.
So you are also called to work with some of our students with higher special needs. What initiatives do you have in place, or are you working on for them as well?
So we started last year in an effort to continue to work on those functional skills. We started a series of pop-up businesses, and we're trying to do 1 a month, and our students practice vocational skills related to whatever we choose. So 1 month they practiced arranging flowers. We had like a little floral shop. We gave them out to our staff. 1 month they had a cafe. Some of them were cooking. Some of them were serving our staff. We had a chocolate making factory. That one was fun.
And I wasn't invited to that?
That was bad on our part, absolutely. So, those are some ways we're trying to have them come out of our program here with some skills to put on a resume already.
Yes. I love that, those real world experiences. I think any opportunities for any child that we provide real world experiences, I think those are extremely beneficial to the future of our children. So
absolutely.
Great job with that. So tell me, why do you love Garfield Heights City Schools?
I'm going to tell you what I most appreciate about working here. In my career here, one thing I can say every year, I have always had people in our district in every department who have supported me and my students. But something different happened last year, and I'm going to tell you, I don't think I've told you this. This is, for the first time in my career, I went from feeling supported to feeling empowered. And that is an amazing thing. I feel this shift because I now feel that I have a voice and I have the ability to directly impact my environment. And so do the students I'm working with. And once that happens, I can't help but feel optimistic, feel hopeful. Like you said, I'm excited because I do feel like we are in a position to make a change. And it's a big thing to go from having an idea to really feel like I now am someone who can change the world around me and make it a better place.
And I know it's becoming a big cliche right now when you hear me say feeding the fire, but that is exactly what it's about. Feeding that fire is making sure that we are providing teachers with the voice and also providing with that support to take on those initiatives that their creative minds are bringing to the forefront. We want to ensure that we are empowering. Yes, we are on support, but I want to make sure that we're empowering our teachers and we are empowering our kids as well, because that is the only way that we're going to really be able to make a change and a positive change and ensure that our kids are successful. So thank you for that. That is very empowering for me to even hear.
So I want to thank you for empowering me. And what I really want to share that I think people need to hear is I did a lot of research on this program and I came up to the board office ready to pitch this to you, but we had already had several conversations. And the first thing you said to me before we went in was, is this going to be good for our kids? And I said, yes. And you said, okay, Nika, come on in, tell me about it. But just so you know, the answer is yes. That's amazing.
I don't even know how to respond to that. but I'm happy that our interactions have turned out to be something that's beneficial for our kids. That's what we have to remember. Everything we're doing, all these things that we do all day, every day, those late nights we put in, is really for our children. So I'm thankful for teachers like you who really have taken initiative to make sure that we are remaining focused on kids. So thank you. So right now, I'm getting in your business a little bit. So I know that your husband is a teacher at the high school. How did that happen? Bring me up to speed on that.
All right. So I consider him my gift. I met my husband. He won the Outstanding Educator Award the year before I did. And what they don't tell you is if you win, you're then on the committee to do all the planning for the following year. Which is what brought us together. We realized we had a lot of the same passion, a lot of the same interests, and also a little amusing, we had a lot of the same friends. And what everyone may not know is he's younger than me. So one of my best friends, her little brother, is his best friend. And, you know, I have to say, I'm sure we were at the house at the same time, but I was older and cooler, and I don't think I noticed him at that point.
Little kids just running around there, wanting to play basketball or something around the house.
Right. But, you know, now we're here together, and we're able to work on things together. He supports me all the time. You know, he has his free bookstore initiative, and we go around on weekends in the summer collecting books, and it's just fun to have someone with you, supporting you through that. Yeah.
That's very good. Children?
We do. We have an older child. My son Logan is at Purdue for physics.
Wow.
Yeah, he's way up here. And my son Elliot is also incredibly bright and creative, and he's 12.
All right. I know that you stay busy throughout the week. You have your hands in a lot of different things. How do you decompress on the weekend? What do you like to do on the weekends?
I like to do yoga. I cuddle with my cats,
All right.
play with my family. I think one of our approaches to life is to keep humor, keep joy, and laugh through it. And so that's how we spend our time.
And you know, I always preach about choose joy.
Yeah.
I think choosing joy kind of carries over into everything else. When you're choosing to just be happy, and you know, when those tough times come, you have something to lean on a little bit.
Absolutely.
because you're happy within yourself. So no, and it comes off when every single time, even situations that are a little difficult, I see it. So how would you recommend that other teachers get to the point where every day they may be going through some things, they may be handling some tough situations, tough kids, or even with administrators? How would you recommend that they work their way through so they can maintain that joy for what we do every day?
Two things. One, Surround yourself with some coworkers that uplift and support you. You know, even in my classroom, my support staff and my co-teacher, you said I'm running everywhere. I can't actually be in two places at once. They help that happen, and I'm so grateful. And the other thing is, organically, as I've become involved in different clubs and initiatives in the school, I'm getting to know individual students. And once those relationships happen, you know, I was new to this building last year. Now I walk through the halls and my students stop by and see me, and it's a different, warm feeling. Those individual interactions are the things that carry me through the day.
Let's see what other questions you got for me. Anything else? Freestyle a little bit?
Seat dance?
Huh?
Seat dance?
Yeah. So wait a minute. So is that something that I need to know about you, that you are an expert seat dancer? Is that what it is? Because I just saw something just now.
What you need to know,
Okay.
and if you come to homecoming, what you will witness is I actually am not a good standing dancer, but seat dancing has more forgiveness.
Makes you look like a pro right there.
Exactly.
Makes you look like a pro. So thank you for sitting down with me, and thank you for your energy that you're giving me right now. So I'm very thankful for teachers like you who are committed to taking care of our kids and committed to developing as well as an educator, and the things that you've done so far to just respond to a need. It was almost as if you saw a need and you filled the need. And I would encourage more teachers to continue to do that, because we do have teachers in all of our buildings who want to be a part of something that they feel is much bigger than us as individuals. And I think that we are moving in that direction, and I'm very thankful for all of your work. So thank you.
Thank you, sir.